Hey everyone, welcome back to Ryan's Tech Guide. My name is Ryan, and tonight I'm here to talk to you about 5 tips and tricks that I'm going to use and explain to you how to help diagnose your IT issues before you call the IT service or support or whoever your IT department is. As a member of an IT department right now, that's my job. I do support for people and I help them with all kinds of things. And one of the things I've noticed about that is that there's many different little points that have happened where people have missed things. So tonight what we're going to do is we're going to talk about that. I'm going to go over those tips, and also I'm going to talk about my upcoming videos and a set of videos I intend to do with mostly how to. So with that, let's get right into the video. So tip number 1 that we have is always check the simplest things first. Cords to the wall, battery has power, and make sure your internet's connected to the network. These are the 3 biggest things that I've noticed over the years that have creeped up quite often with many people who are trying to resolve the issues. So they'll be like, well, my computer doesn't turn on or my device doesn't work. Well, have you checked these items? Like simple things like cord to the wall. Is it plugged in? I mean, it sounds a little corny, but it's true. Is it plugged in? Plugged in, the battery will charge. Well, if the battery's charging, then great, then it'll work. You can also turn it on with it being plugged in anyway. Is it connected to the internet? Make sure that's a big thing. Windows 10, Windows 11 machines, which are more common to Windows right now. Those are things you have to check. So that will help prevent calls to IT or anything else, and it'll help you get back to your job or entertainment or whatever you use your device for. So those would be things I would honestly look first. Second one, tip number 2, when calling support, always have as much information as possible when phoning. Describe your issues. When you're talking to the technician is trying to help you. Of course, they're going to do their best. If they can get as much information from you as possible, such as like what's the computer doing? What is the is there an error code that's coming up on the screen? Is there like sometimes laptops will have, like, if you look at the bottom or nearby, there's lights that are always all over these devices. Anyway, if you look at it, sometimes they'll flash a certain sequence. Well, describe that sequence to the technician, whether it's a Dell, an HP, a Lenovo technician, whoever you're calling, or even your own IT department. If you can describe what you're seeing the best thing possible, it will help the tech resolve the issue more, because they're going to go look into their system, see if they have anything that they've come across before. If not, they will go to the web and have a look around, which they do, of course, because Google's our friend, right? So honestly, describe as much as you can, help yourself with that, and help the tech. If you work together with that, which most people do, it's very important to do that. So with that, tip number 3 kind of coincides with that, right? Tip 3 is a picture is worth 1,000 words. Now, that adage has been well known in IT for a long time. When you're putting in a support ticket, especially in an industry where you're, let's say, in a hospital or a school board or district, whatever you call it, or any office or anything that has an IT department, please, the best thing you can do is put pictures into your tickets. So that way, when the technician looks and sees what they need to do, well, there might be, like I said, error codes is a big thing. Anything that can help them diagnose this faster. So with the information that you put into the ticket, and if you add photos, and I will show you in another video how to use a tool in Windows 10 and 11, and I believe even Windows 8 has it. But anyway, it's a really cool tool. It's simple. It will help you be able to get those pictures easier, include them into your support ticket. So absolutely, get as many pictures as you can put in, the best thing for them. The next one, so it'll be tip number 4, perform a restart over a shutdown for your device. Now, here's a little secret about Windows. Over the last couple of years, Windows 10 and 11, especially 10 and 11, the shutdown and the shutdown itself has not actually been the same shutdown as it used to be. So in the old days, you do shutdown, the computer shuts down, and the session that you're running will actually be done. It'll go back to 0. Well, now with the preferably like an instant on, like Apple devices are, or other devices, like an iPad or anything like that, what they've done is that they basically try to keep the session that you're using open. But if there's errors, problems, anything that's running in the background that's not working properly, you will need to do a restart. Now, one of the biggest culprits of this is Windows updates. Windows updates cause all kinds of grief for people. It's one of those things that people need to understand, that Windows updates are here to stay. They're going to be here for a very long time, and they will be continuous. Windows 10 and 11 especially are always and they have actually a specific day that does that. My advice, tip, and trick would be You have your machine on, say 2-3 days, do a restart. It's a simple thing to do. You go to your start menu. I will show you in another video how to do these things, but definitely do a restart, and then it'll clean up the session. It'll clean out the memory. The memory will get all brand new software and loaded into it, and it will run much smoother. So if there's sound problems, network issues, anything else that's coming up, a restart is my first thing I always ask. I know it's the standard IT joke that they say, "Oh, do you turn it off or turn it on?" Like they've said in a number of shows and other things. But honestly, it's one of the best things to do, and it is simple enough to resolve a lot of issues. The next thing we're going to talk about, final thing, the final tip, tip number 5, is try to do a virus or a malware scan before you call your support team. Now, a lot of people, whenever they see something pop up on their browser, which is what allows you to go to the web, will start seeing flashes of different pop-ups and things that will come up. Now, a lot of people will confuse that as viruses. Now, they use the word virus, they use the keywords that people recognize. And when they do that, people will start to panic. So then they start calling their support, or they'll call their people that help them. And then what usually it is it's usually a piece of software that got embedded from a website that's inside their browser, whether it's Chrome, Edge, or Firefox, or anything else you like to use. It will actually act like a virus and not actually be one. Now, it could be a virus. I'm not saying that it's not all that's the case, but a lot of the time, what I've seen over the years is that it's something called malware, or share or scareware, or anything else. And that's again another video I could do later on to explaining what the differences are. The best thing to do with that is to, as I say in the little banner here, do a virus scan. If you have a piece of software that helps with malware and all that, or an antivirus that has anti-malware software built into it, just run a scan. Let it run for 15-30 minutes. If it finds something, then it'll quarantine it for you, and then you'll be in. So do that trick, and it will help you resolve the problem. And again, prevents you from calling, gives you the peace of mind, and it will help you do those things and become better with your PC or your laptop or Mac. So these are all points that are necessary, and just to do them will help the IT people. So that should do the end of that, takes care of the end of the video. Now, up and coming videos I plan to do, I'm going to be doing a series of how-to videos, little pieces of software. There's going to be a number of videos coming out in the next little while. I intend to make this channel, I'm going to go full steam ahead with this channel. The support has been great. I thank you all for watching so far, and I intend to develop and grow this even more as the months and years go along. So if you like what you see, if you like what you see what I'm doing, please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. On the right hand side, past the subscribe, there's a little bell. That's a notification bell that also gives you the ability to get new content as it comes up. And I intend to do a lot more content. With that, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your support, and I will see you in the next video.